Welcome back to Home Sweet Home Cooking. I am your host Rocky in my mother's kitchen. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
She's off to the side today. This is another recipe she has not done or I have done. She went to Walmart the other day and found towels that say Home Sweet Home, so yay! Got a towel to be part of my show. Today's recipe, we just finished our Southern Essentials Top 20 list. I'm finally through that. And this one is not a recipe that was in the top 20, but when I did the survey, there was like 150 different dishes that people said you had to learn to bake as a Southerner. This one did appear it was way down low, like in between 100 and 150. The reason why I think this is there is unless you make biscuits every day, you're not going to use a whole lot of buttermilk. I bought buttermilk for this last chicken video because I used that as my glue for the fried chicken. For the batter, the breading, so I've got almost a half gallon of buttermilk left. Well, how do you get rid of your buttermilk? You got to find other ways to use it. So I'm going to make a buttermilk pie. Definitely Southern, and it's a good way to use up your leftover buttermilk. And oven is preheating to 350 degrees. We'll probably have this mixed before that even goes off.
Bet you don't.
Maybe. A few simple ingredients: there's sugar, melted butter, flour, eggs, salt, vanilla, and buttermilk. We need 1.5 cups of sugar. This is a custard kind of pie. So if you don't like custards, you may not like this. I've never had this. I bet you I have had it because I've been here in the South long enough, and this is one that people say is at every family, almost every family get together. So there's 1 cup. I'm just gonna do. My half cup is dirty for making the pie crust. Oh yeah, there's another ingredient, the pie crust. I've already made one. It's homemade, not store-bought this time. I actually decided to go ahead and break out the big guns and do it myself.
And your recipe for that is on one of the previous ones.
I'll link that recipe at the end of the video so you can go and watch how to make a pie crust. At least my mom's pie crust, which has always been fantastic. So we got 1.5 cups of sugar, 1/2 cup of melted butter. And I'm just gonna whisk that in. I'm not using a whisk. I'm actually just gonna stir it in using the beaters. I don't have to beat it yet. It doesn't have to be creamed in or anything. All right, next is going to be 3 tablespoons of flour. One, 2. You can see I'm being real exact about this. I'm just kind of averaging them out, evening them out. So 3 tablespoons of flour. Now I'm going to start mixing in a little bit. Well, no, I think I'll wait till I get the buttermilk in. 3 eggs. This recipe I got off of Hillbilly Kitchen. Becky is the host. Love her channel. Watch a lot of her videos. I went back and pretty much watched all the ones that she had previously filmed before I started watching, so I've seen a lot of her stuff. Fantastic recipes, great gal. She did say that you can use anywhere between 1 to 2 cups of sugar. I'm going right down in the middle where she did at 1.5. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of the good stuff. What's the good stuff, Ma?
Vanilla.
And if I go a little heavy on this, if there's a little over pour, big deal because...
Who cares?
Yeah. A little extra vanilla and custard is not a bad thing. And last but not least is the star of the show, 1 cup of buttermilk. And now, I'm just going to get this mixed until all the sugar is dissolved. You don't need a mixer for this. She didn't use a mixer. She whisked it in, but our mixer is easy to get to, so I'm just going to mix it. And that's all it took, folks. It is mixed. Sugar is right there at the edge of dissolving, so it'll be fully dissolved here by the time it goes into the oven. And the oven is only up to 220 degrees. I told you.
I lose.
Okay, so 9-inch pie shell. And spatula. These are the spatulas that I bought to test. They are fantastic. I've been using these for almost a year now. As soon as I get an Amazon affiliate link set up, I will get that full review out, and this will definitely be a best buy from me. They're great. They're 100% silicone. They go to the dishwasher. Don't have to worry about if you have one of the wooden handle where the wood meets the silicone. It's got a creak or a crack where bacteria can get into. These don't because they're solid silicone. I love them. All right, so if you put this in the oven just like this, it's going to go in a 350-degree oven for 60 minutes. Your crust is going to get very brown, and the buttermilk itself is going to get extremely brown. So what I want to do...
Hi, Mom.
Go away, Mom. Don't bother me.
Oh, darn.
I'm going to pull out some tin foil. I'm going to kind of do a little bit above and beyond what Becky did. Her crust got really brown around the edges, so I'm going to completely cover the crust edge first. Keep that from browning at all. I want that to be a nice light brown. I don't want it to have any dark brown in there at all. Now the custard is going to rise, so you don't want to get this overhanging into the custard too much, so this is going to stay on there. But that should protect the crust from getting too brown. Now, the main foil that goes over the top, you're going to cover, you're going to fold it in half, give it a crease, fold it in half the other way, give it a crease, unfold it. You're going to go diagonals at the center, give that a crease, and then diagonals to the center of the other way, give that a crease, and then when you pull it up, just kind of pinch your crease lines again, and that'll form a tent. Go over your pie, and boom, you're done. Half an hour to 40 minutes with the cover completely on. Take it off, bake it for the last 20 to 30 minutes until it's done. 350 degrees, the oven is preheated, perfect time to get it in the oven, and we'll be back in, and I'll come back when I take the foil off so you can see what it looks like. So I'll be back in 30 to 40 minutes. It's been a little over half an hour. Time to check on the pie. Still got to be gentle because it's still going to be a liquid custard. But now I can put it in, because you want a little bit of brown on top, not a lot. Well, it depends. Becky said it's flavor, which it is, I agree with her. But if you're doing this for other people, they might not like it so brown, they might say it's burnt. So by doing this, tensing it, you can keep it from getting too brown and it'll be lighter. Alright, it has been in the oven for a little over an hour. Got a nice light golden brown on the top. It's mostly set up. It's got a little bit of a jiggle to it. And to test the custard, you can also, knife is a little bit wet, but it comes out clean, so it is more than likely done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the oven. It's gonna have to cool for
taste test.
Several hours, or at least an hour for the taste test. And as you can see with the foil off, the crust did not get too dark brown. So that's about perfect for me for a pie. So gonna get inside the oven, let it cool down, and be back in a little bit, quite a while, for an hour, and get a taste test. Okay, the pie has been cooling for a while, about an hour. Becky says you can eat it hot or cold. We both like warm custard, so we're not gonna wait till it's all the way cold.
Taste test, taste test. We're gonna have a taste test.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, a buttermilk pie to me sounds kind of weird. But I do like buttermilk and I do like custard, so...
So does beer cake sound weird and sauerkraut cake sound weird?
Beer? Oh, beer cake, not beer pie. I'm thinking pie.
I'm thinking of weird things.
First piece is always the hardest. That wasn't too bad. Alright. Nice crust layer. It is definitely cooked all the way through. Salud. It smells good. I like that better than regular custard.
It's not bad at all.
It doesn't even need any nutmeg or any cinnamon or nothing.
Nutmeg would be good.
No, it's perfect just the way it is. This is awesome. There's just a slight tang from the buttermilk in there to me. You can definitely taste that it's got something other than just milk and eggs in it for sure. Crust is just about perfect.
I was afraid to try it, but
She was.
it's good.
It's very good. Thank you for sharing your recipe, Becky. Everybody go to Hillbilly Kitchen is her channel, so check out Hillbilly Kitchen. She does a lot of Southern cooking. Great lady. A lot of her videos, she does get, I'm not the strongest Christian in the world. I'll be the first to admit that. And she does a lot of, she gets, to me, what I would say kind of preachy, but she's just sharing her love of the Lord, so I'm not going to fault her for that. But it's a very delicious pie, very simple to make. If you have leftover, I might have to have another piece.
I don't like it.
She said she was going to have just a taste and didn't want a whole piece, so.
I don't like it.
So go check out her channel if you want to learn more Southern type of cooking. Like I say, this one I'm going to put in the Southern Essentials playlist when I get the playlist sorted out, just because it is Southern. But it wasn't in the top 20, but I can see why it's on the list. A great way to use leftover, or what you have left from your buttermilk for cooking other things.
I can't see why it wouldn't have been higher on your list.
Well, there's just so many things.
I know.
Like I said, there was 150 different items that people said you need to learn, need to know how to cook in the South. And I just went the top 20. There's a big jump in the number for the top 20.
Are hamburgers on it?
No, they're not. Barbecue didn't show up in the top 20, but that's very popular down here in the South.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a certain top 20 that I did for my top 20 video or series. It was a clear winner where the 20 was, and there was a big gap down to number 21. So that's why there's some items that didn't make it. Pecan pie didn't. Red velvet cake didn't make it.
That's
things
okay.
like that. But I mean, there's things that are quintessentially Southern that didn't make it, that you'd only think of in the South, that were on the list, and they were higher on the list, but not, like I say, there was a huge gap in between. This should have been higher. Now, we still have more buttermilk, and I'm going to try doing a buttermilk cake on
Saturday?
Well,
Sunday.
Not if we're doing, my dad's birthday is Saturday, so we're going to do ice cream cake. So probably not going to do that because I've got that other pie
Next
shell.
week.
Yeah, there's another pie shell to fill. We did find a buttermilk pecan pie. We might do that.
Okay.
So we're going to do some more baking here in the next couple videos, just to get them out of the way, and then we'll. I know we want to do a the Mongolian stir fry. We might do tomorrow because that's more of a meal, and Dad wouldn't eat that anyway, probably. So
Probably.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing some other videos as well. But stay tuned for more delicious, hopefully more delicious videos. And thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Do all that wonderful things, and have yourselves a great day.
Bye.